Alright, so as we start this fourth unit on polygons, the very first thing we want to talk about is what is a polygon and what are the different types. So a polygon is a two-dimensional closed shape that's made up of only line segments and that meet only at their endpoints. Below here we have some examples of polygons, but I think it's more important to look at the non-examples. So notice, it needs to be a closed shape. So something like this right here, where it doesn't actually have a closed point, that's not a polygon, okay? It has to be made up of line segments. So this example and this example, those aren't line segments. Those have a circular portion of that shape. So those are not polygons, right? It also has to be, meet at their endpoints. So if you look at this example right here, the polygon, like the sides are kind of intersecting at that point, and that can't happen, right? There has to be space inside that you can almost like color in, okay? So now what are the different types of polygons that we have? The first thing that we can do is we can classify the type of the type of polygon. We do that by looking at the number of sides that the polygon has. So if a polygon has 3 sides, we've already known that. We just spent a whole unit. That is a triangle, okay? So we know how to do, how to classify something with 3 sides. However, moving on from there, a polygon with 4 sides is going to be called a quadrilateral. Polygon with 5 sides will be a pentagon. You can check them off as we go. 6 sides will be a hexagon. 7 sides is a heptagon. 8 sides is an octagon. 9 sides is a nonagon. 10 sides is a decagon. We don't really have a classification for 11 sides. We'll just call that an 11gon. And then 12 sides is a dodecagon. It's like a decagon plus 2. And then anything other than these listed here, we just call an n-gon. So kind of like the 11gon. We would go 13gon, 14gon, 15gon, and so on and so forth. Alright, and the other thing we can do with polygons is we can name them, okay? So our goal here is to name the following polygons in 2 different ways. When we name, we're going to pick a letter and a direction. Okay, so I kind of spelled some words out here for you, so I'm going to pick to start with letter S, and I'm going to pick to go in this direction. So I'm going to name this S-N-O-W-Y, going around the polygon. That polygon's name is Snowy. If we want to name it in a different way, let's pick a different letter. Let's say we want to start with O, and we can go in the other direction. So that would be O-N-S-Y-W. And that's another name for this polygon in a different way. What I can't do is I can't start at W and then go straight to N. I have to follow along the edge of the polygon, like this, all the way around. Okay? Let's look at a second example. If you would like to pause it and try it on your own, feel free to do that. But I'm going to pick a letter. Let's start right here. And let's go to the left, this direction. So I'm going to go S-I-F-E-N-O-Y-H. Okay? That's one way to name this polygon. Another way, if we look for the word that I spelled, would be to start at O. And let's go to the right. So O-N-E-F-I-S-H-Y. I spelled one fishy. All right, and then part C says classify the type of polygons in A and B. And so classifying is what we did before. So if I'm looking at part A, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So part A is a pentagon. If I'm looking at B, the one fishy, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. That is an octagon. Alright, so here's some background that you need to know about polygons.